It's Logan here at Me and McGee Market, and on our health journey, we love still to eat really good tasting food. So we're going to show you a way that we take a favorite and make it healthier. All right, so for the holidays, candied pecans are a staple, or have been for our family for a long time. I'm going to take a really easy way to cut out the sugars and other stuff that we really should not be eating. So to do that, we are going to start with getting our pan warmed up. This is going to be on like low for the setting on just a gas top or conventional. I like to start with ghee just at first to get it coated. We're not worried about it getting hot or anything. And then we're just going to toast the pecans. So started with a little ghee, put in some more butter. Love butter. And then we're gonna get it in there, just coated. We're gonna take about 1.5 cups, 2 cups of pecans, and we're just going to get them nice and coated in butter. After all the research and stuff I've done, am very comfortable eating a lot of real butter. So when we're talking real butter, we're talking grass-fed, out on a pasture, cows. Real good stuff. And so this is actually an Amish butter. We're gonna let them toast. I'm gonna turn it up to about a medium heat and let it just get nice and warm, coated. What we're doing is we're drying out the pecans just a little bit. We're getting them coated in the butter, and then we will take some of the pink Himalayan salt or sea salt, something that has got a lot of minerals along with that taste. And I use about a pinch. Get it in there, and we will continue just letting it warm up nice and slow, covered in butter, lots and lots of butter. So the first step, again, just covered in butter, letting it warm up, nice and slow. Some of the butter starting to bubble a little bit. This by itself is really good too. It is great tasting. What we're gonna do next is, while this is gonna keep going, is we're gonna put on some yacon syrup. And the yacon syrup is something we've absolutely fallen in love with, and it is a very low carb sweetener. So we've got 4 grams of carbs, 2 of that being fiber. It's a root, kind of like a sweet potato, that gets reduced down into a sweet tasting, like molasses honey substitute. So we will end up using that as that candied part of the candied pecan. And it really cooks good. I use this almost exact recipe with sourdough bread to make a French toast tasting substitute, and it is so good. It's one of the favorites. So it's bubbling up just like if you were making another type of a candy. We're not going to get it too hot. Another thing about the yacon syrup is really important for feeding the good bugs in our intestines. All right, so we're just letting that continue to warm up. We have added our salt, the yacon syrup. I like to put the cinnamon on there. And we'll get it good and coated. So we've got salt, butter, yacon syrup for the sweetness, cinnamon for the flavor and other health promoting benefits. And then something else that I had a horrible time trying to find was vanilla powder. So real vanilla beans that are just crushed down and turned into powder. But we've got some in Lander's Corner from Wild, and it is really Really good stuff. And a little bit goes a long way though. So when I do, just get a little bit of sprinkle, but that gives a good little vanilla taste without being overpowering, and all the antioxidants that you find in there. You can do a lot of things with this, but it gives another flavor profile to the pecans. And we're just mixing it up, letting it heat up. You want that yacon syrup to get warm, because later, as we let this cool, typically overnight is what I like doing, I will put it in the refrigerator and it hardens up, and it just seems to be better the next day. It's really good like this, but the next day is hard to beat. And so now that we've got that in there good and warm, it's pretty much done. The only other thing is as an option would be maybe adding some cayenne pepper, some other seasonings that you like in some of the other spiced recipes. But it's really that easy. And so we're not loaded with sugar, we're not loaded with really anything that's detrimental to health. So it's a great, great snack substitute that you can have. So end up putting it in the refrigerator for 12 hours, overnight or something. Eat it by itself, sprinkle it on some salads. So many options, but it's a really good way to enjoy candied pecans. Thanks for watching.